Hey there, Pauper Storm fans. I am Bryant Cook, and honestly, I'm just going to be upfront with you. I don't know if I'm ready for this deck today. So we are playing Stormfinity, a artifact-themed storm deck here in Pauper. In the last video that I uploaded, the primary win condition was these Marauding Blight Priest here in the sideboard, plus Weather the Storm. But the problem with this win condition is it just loses the Lightning Bolt. It's terrible. And it's not really what you want to be doing. So you might be asking me, why are they in the sideboard then? We'll get to that eventually, but let's focus on what's changed first. So at the end of that video, I talk about wanting to solve a list with Stream of Thought. I worked with Raptor56, a brilliant pauper brewer, and we were sort of stuck for a couple weeks. We couldn't figure out any way to loop Stream of Thought. So the first idea was Cabal Ritual, Ichor Wellspring, which was actually cut from the deck, Deadly Dispute, and then Stream of Thought. The problem with this is that it was actually -1 black mana on every loop. So that didn't work unless you played a cost-reducing creature like the Red Familiar or Goblin Electromancer. So once again, you're opening yourselves up to Lightning Bolt, just like you were on the Marauding Blight Priest, but now you're weak to Graveyard Hate. So not really the win condition you want to be going with. Alright, so that was scratched. And then we started thinking about lists with Rite of Flame for 5 mana, because when you eventually draw your entire deck, Rite of Flame makes 5. So if you can do that, Experimental Synthesizer, Manamorphose, Stream, you end up being a card short. So Experimental Synthesizer isn't it. I started looking at piles with Rite of Flame, Double Manamorphose, and Ideas Unbound, but you end up with one too many cards because Ideas is blue, and then you need a blue for Stream of Thought. So I messaged Raptor with that idea. And separately, independently, we both came up with the same card. I actually came up with Frantic Inventory. Raptor came up with Accumulated Knowledge. Same card, different name, whatever. They're slightly different. I'm aware you don't need to put the differences in the comment section. They're functionally the same card. Frantic Inventory only counts you, which is actually pretty important for this deck if I'm being completely honest. So with Frantic Inventory, you want to be able to draw 3 cards and not 4. That's right, you want to draw 3 and not 4, so you have to keep that in mind. So after you draw your entire deck using a bunch of these draw 2s, you cast Rite of Flame for 5 mana, you Manamorphose for blue, you cast Frantic Inventory for 3, you Stream of Thought, and that's a clean loop. So you can loop Stream of Thoughts over and over and over again and deck your opponent for 4 cards at a time. This beats Weather the Storm, Prismatic Strands, Creature Hate. What this deck is weak to is Graveyard Hate. That said, if you're going to be weak to anything in Pauper as a combo deck, it's usually best to be weak to Graveyard Hate compared to those other cards. Prismatic Strands is super popular right now, so is Weather the Storm. So being able to beat all that stuff is pretty cool. My concern with this deck, and this is why I'm not ready for today, this is going to take so long to win. This actually might end up being my longest video if I don't clip some of the loops. I am really nervous about this. I also don't know if I have like the mental fortitude to sit there and loop over and over and over again without going crazy. I do think that this is the best win condition you can play, and one of the reasons why is you get to play more real cards in your deck. In the previous video, I played 4 Blight Priest plus 4 Weather. So that's 8 combo pieces in your deck that fizzle your combo. When you take a look at this build, you have 2. You have 2 Stream of Thought that can actually help your combo sometimes by shuffling in an extra Frantic Inventory or Deadly Dispute, whatever. And in return, you get more draw spells like Frantic Inventory. So I think having less dead spells means you will be more consistent. Meaning, I do think this is the best build. It's just, it's going to take a really long time to win. Someone who plays Familiars a lot would probably be a lot better than, or at this than me. So if you're familiar with Callicles, aka Satan Raken, they could probably play this deck in a breeze, but I'm a noob. So I'm not going to be very good at this. It's actually very reminiscent of Twiddlestorm, this deck right here, where we're running with Stream of Thought and then looping an untapped land over and over with Psychic Puppetry. So we're just playing Storm with the same win condition, different shell. And then in the sideboard, we have Tolarian Terror. So this idea, I mean, it might not work. If we're low on time, we can board into Tolarian Terror plus Duress and just sort of try to be a beatdown deck with a backup plan. Or you can board into Marauding Blight Priest plus Weather is a faster win condition that doesn't use the graveyard. So if they're going to board in a ton of graveyard hate, we can do a juke to Blight Priest plus Weather. It's also good against the burn decks, being able to board into Weather the Storm, although this win condition is pretty frail if we are trying to beat burn. So you could actually run Epicure, but that's 5 mana. So if you want to run the Epicures, you can. They don't die to Lightning Bolt. They do die to Galvanic Blast, but I don't know if you should be playing one or the other. I don't have strong opinions. Yeah, so those are the alternatives in the sideboard. I guess if you're boarding this in against red, it still does to Fire Blast. I don't know. Run whatever one you're comfortable with. Maybe the 2 mana more is worth being able to beat Lightning Bolt. Should I do it? I know I have an Epicure somewhere on my account. We could run a 1-1 split. How about that? Dueling Vampires. I don't know. Sure, we'll do this today. Why not? But this was sort of the idea there. Shredded Sails can be boarded in to destroy something like a Relic Regenitus while also cycling to make sure you're not fizzling your combo. Duress is sort of part of the Tolarian Terror plan. I'm getting a little bit rambly, so I'm just going to head on over to match number 1. This video is going to be long enough as it is. Thank you for watching. Even if you skip ahead a little bit in today's video, I won't be offended. Just thank you for watching, and let's see how Stream of Thought goes in this Storm combo build. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. You can also show your support by becoming a member of this channel. You get sweet perks such as badges, emotes, exclusive members only content, and access to our members Discord section. As you increase the tiers, there are other rewards such as shop discounts, sideboard guides, early access to videos, and even free donation decks. Click the join button down below to find out more. We also have other ways you can support us, such as theepicstorm.com/shop or submitting a donation deck via theepicstorm.com/donation decks. That's enough for now. Let's play some Magic. Welcome to the first match. We're on the draw against Daddy Karn. I don't know if you're only watching my Pauper videos or not, but Karn, the Great Creator, is one of my least favorite cards in existence. Not surprised that they're playing an artifact deck with a name like Daddy Karn, but I hate Karn. Karn, the Great Creator, is the worst card designed of all time, and I want to crush them. That's what I want. I want to embarrass them. I want to win at 2 seconds left on the clock and they have to sit there. I want them to be very, very angry when they lose this match. F Karn. That's what I have to say. And they're on Affinity, obviously. We'll play a bridge. Play out this star. One of the nice things about this list is you don't have to care about storm count whatsoever. You can just play your chromatic stars and whatever whenever you feel like. They have a Wellspring, 6 artifacts, 7 artifacts, no Mirror Enforcer by the looks of it. We'll take 4. How do I want to do this? I think we should probably play a Deadly Dispute this turn. Sacrifice the star. We'll draw some cards. Play the Vent. Now we have to discard. Get rid of... I probably could have played Deadly Dispute on their turn. That was a little bit of an oversight. Discard a Rite of Flame. It's fine. It's fine. They have their own Deadly Dispute. How about that? Blood Fountain. Okay, they still have a treasure up and a land drop. There's Mirror Enforcer. And another Mirror Enforcer. Great Furnace. So now they have 2 mana up. They're attacking. Sure thing. Okay, it's time to go. Frantic Inventory. Let's start off by casting Rite of Flame for 3 mana. Experimental Synthesizer. So this will be our 4th artifact for Thoughtcast. Lotus Petal. Sacrifice this Sulfur Vent. We'll cast the Thoughtcast. Draw 2. Another Frantic Inventory. 6 cards in graveyard. Let's sacrifice this Lotus Petal for a blue. Then we tap the bridge for a black. We'll play Cabal Ritual, using up a red. Another Cabal Ritual. Reckoner's Bargain, sacrificing the synthesizer. Triggers. Yep. Another Thoughtcast, okay. We have 3 artifacts. I'm going to try casting a Frantic Inventory here. I didn't want to play it for one. I was sort of hoping we would draw into, what is it called? Faithless Looting, so I could discard the first one. But I do like the idea of getting these Frantic Inventories online. So let's play a Synthesizer here, which gives me 4 artifacts for the Thoughtcast. Dark Ritual, lovely. Play the Island, and let's play Thoughtcast. Draw 2. Okay, we're doing well. We're almost halfway through our deck. Rite of Flame. Reckoner's Bargain, sacrificing the synthesizer. We reveal land. Alright, so we've hit a couple Frantic Inventories here, which is pretty good for us. So let's cast the first, or the second one, I mean. So that's a draw 2. There's number 4. Dark Ritual. Let's Deadly Dispute, sacrificing the bridge. 29 cards left. Star. Okay, let's make a blue. This first one is going to be a draw 3. So this brings us down to 26. Cabal Ritual. Frantic Inventory. Alright. 23 cards left. Manamorphose. Blue. Uh-oh. Alright, so this is a draw 4. We need this to be good. Alright, I hit the looting. Looting's 4 cards here. Discard some lands. We only have 3 artifacts, so I'll play out this Chromatic Star. 16 cards left in deck. Let's play the Thoughtcast. Lotus Petal. Alright, 14 cards left. Deadly Dispute. Sacrificing the star. We'll draw 3. Synthesizer. We're almost there. 11 cards. 10 cards. I think we have to flashback the looting here. Go to black mana. Reckoner's Bargain. Alright, we're almost there. We just need to finish. The question is, do I have it from here? I could stream myself twice and leave myself with 1. I think that might do it. I'm actually not sure. Because I have to... Frantic Inventory needs to be for 3 and not 4. That's one of the big things about this deck. So I can mill twice, shuffle in 4, draw the first card with Chromatic Star. I just don't know how the logistics of this. I guess I can start on the Reckoner's Bargain, actually. Okay, I think we actually have it. We're going to stream a thought ourselves. We're not going to... Okay, this is the tough part. Oh, I'm so nervous right now. Alright, so now we have decked ourselves, which is the goal. Okay. So we're going to put in Frantic Inventory, Rite of Flame, a Manamorphose, and Stream of Thought. Okay. So now we can play the Chromatic Star. Black. So now we're gonna Reckoner's Bargain, sacrificing the synthesizer. Because this guarantees I can see my whole deck here. Sacrifice this for a red. Rite of Flame for 5. So I believe we've created the loop. So now I will cast Manamorphose, draw the last card. Blue. And we will stream targeting the opponent. Morphos, Rite of Flame, stream, and then we wanted a Frantic Inventory for 3 and not 4, so we're going to put another one back in the deck. Alright, so now I can cast this one for 3. Alright, Rite of Flame, Morphos, Blue, stream you. Alright, so now at this point I just need to click a million times. Cast the inventory. This does it. Oh my god, I'm doing it. This is so sweet. I'm gonna deck myself for timeout, but I mean timeout, not deck myself. We're doing it. I'm so pumped. And it's actually making mana too. This is a better paper deck. And our opponent conceded. Yes! Yes! We did it! So pumped. Heck yeah. That was sweet. Alright, so let's switch this over to card view like it belongs. That was very, very nice of our opponent. Maybe I shouldn't have said anything bad about somebody with a card name. So they're a deck that can board in Hydroblast and Pyroblast. Do we want to board in Duress? It does increase our fizzle rate, which is a concern. I don't know. If you want to board it in, I think you're actually supposed to board out Lotus Petals, because everything else in the deck is so vital to your success, and you just accept being a little bit slower. Should we try this? Submit. That game was worth it. My adrenaline's so high right now. I'm so pumped. Geez. I would have been really nervous, like, executing the loop. So they had 44 cards in deck, so that's 11 more loops. Whew. Okay. We can do this. Think I'm going to keep. One of the things about this deck is it's a lot like playing Legacy Ant, where raw cards matter so much. You just need a real volume of cards in order for this deck to be functional. So if you aggressively mulligan, you're almost punishing yourself a little bit. They play Seat. Blood Fountain. Broadcast, yep. Play a Sulfur Vent. Star, pass the turn. So one thing to do when you're playing this deck is time is the biggest thing we're racing here. I mean, I'm already down to 18 minutes. Hit the F6 key on your opponent's turn. Don't sit there burning clock. Like, it's just definitely not something you have the luxury of doing. Another Blood Fountain. Okay. Mirror Enforcer. Chromatic Star. They have 3 cards. Draw. Deadly Dispute. Play the bridge. Yes. They're casting something here. Are they using a blood token? Sure. In their upkeep, I'm going to cast Reckoner's Bargain, sacrificing this Chromatic Star. Ooh, okay, so maybe I misplayed. I think maybe I was supposed to Deadly Dispute on my main phase, so I could discard this Frantic Inventory. That might have been the play. They play a Deadly Dispute. Sure thing. They have 5 cards in hand. Great Furnace. They have 4 in hand. Draw. Stream of Thought. Not very good at the moment. We'll play this Swamp. Let's start off with the Duress. Hydroblast and Gorilla Shaman. Okay. I'm just going to cast the Frantic Inventory this turn. And then I think I'm passing the turn after that. And I'm punished for playing my land out. Damn. Poor sequencing, get punished. They play the Ichor Wellspring. 2 mana. Reckoner's Bargain, yeah. So they have a brand new hand. 6 cards, I only know 1 of them. Frog. They do have an open treasure. So I'm at 12. Ooh, they have Spell Bomb. I didn't board in the shredded sails. I believe I'm just dead, so let's go to the next game. That is an oversight on my part, so we're not going to waste time. 17 minutes, so I wasted a minute of clock time that game. Board in the shredded sails. What am I supposed to board out here? We need the Manamorphose. I can't afford to take that out. Maybe I do like 3 Duress. And like 1 Reckoner's Bargain. I just feel like taking out draw spells is really dangerous. I don't know. Could try going down to 1. Like, technically, you only need 1 Manamorphose in order to win. Maybe that's the play. Let's try this. Alright, on the play for game number 3. Yep, keep. Play the bridge, pass the turn. They play a bridge as well. Whoops. Did not mean to do that. In my head, I was like, okay, I'm going to go land double star, and I didn't even, like, I'm trying to save time here, so I clicked a little quickly and didn't even think about playing the bridge. But it might be fine, because next turn I can Deadly Dispute bridge. They cannot play Metallic Rebuke at the moment. And they're just going to pass, okay. Thoughtcast. Like I said, they can't play Rebuke. They could play a Spell Pierce here if they had it. And we'll pass the turn. Seat. Frogmite. So they chose not to play Frogmite last turn. They were definitely holding something up with that bridge. Let's try a Synthesizer. And here we see a Hydroblast. That's fine. Frantic Inventory. That resolved. I think I'm willing to sacrifice a treasure here to try to draw into a 4th land. Alright, pass the turn. They cast their own copy of Deadly Dispute. So you might have been wondering why I didn't play the Faithless Looting to discard the Frantic Inventory, which is a very fair question. In my head, I want to save this for as long as I can to discard lands mid-combo. They have 5 cards in hand, they're getting it for 2, so I'm going to 18. We're sort of racing against a Nile Spellbomb here. Draw. Another Reckoner's Bargain, okay. Metallic Rebuke is definitely a card on my mind here. Let's try a Synthesizer. That resolves. Play a land. Okay, perfect. We're going to pass the turn with 7 in hand. On their turn, I'm going to cast Reckoner's Bargain. 15 minutes on clock. Yep, now they have a brand new hand. Okay, we're going to sacrifice the Chromatic Star here. Mostly because I can't use the card off of Synthesizer, so what's the point of sacrificing it? And now they have to choose if they would like to Mystical Dispute. And it resolves. Perfect. 2 mana. Ichor Wellspring. Enforcer. They have 3 mana available at the moment. 7 cards in hand. 4 mana. Chromatic Star. Back down to 3. Okay, and they're getting in for 6 damage. I'm going to go to 13. I am so, like, nervous right now. I want this deck to be good. Okay, so I'm going to start off on a Dark Ritual. Cabal Ritual. Cabal Ritual. And let's Reckoner's Bargain the Synthesizer. If they have something like a Dispel, I'd rather them use it on the Bargain than the Deadly Dispute. We reveal a land that we don't care about. Okay. Let's sacrifice the sulfur vent. Play... Let's play the synthesizer. No hydroblast. We reveal another land. Deadly dispute, sacrificing the synthesizer. Frantic Inventory. We have not found any copies of Duress yet. I'm gonna Manamorphose. See if this resolves. This looks like a Hydroblast target. Okay, so no Hydroblast. Blue. Rite of Flame. That's the first Rite we've seen. 3 artifacts in play. So I could play a 4th and my Thoughtcast would be cheaper. Let's play the Cabal Ritual first. Frantic Inventory would be for 2. Maybe I start on that instead. Basically, I want to leave myself the ability to play the basic island. And I found Artifact 4, Thoughtcast, Dark Ritual, Thoughtcast again. There's a Duress. Okay, target you. 13 minutes on clock. What is Turn-Aside? Counter target spell that targets a permanent you control. I don't care about that at all. Let's take that Metallic Rebuke. Okay, so now we can play the Chromatic Star. Let's add a blue, we'll play another Thoughtcast, 22 cards left. Make a red. I think 12 minutes should be plenty of time. Rite of Flame. Faithless Looting. Alright, that was not ideal. We have both streams and getting low on mana. Let's play another looting. Frantic Inventory, okay, I like that. Make a blue here. What is the right play? So this makes 4 mana. I just don't want to cut myself off colors here, but I do have a couple Faithless Looting in the graveyard. So let's Frantic Inventory. This is a draw 3. Rite of Flame. Deadly Dispute, sacrificing a land. Dark Ritual. 11 cards left. Reckoner's Bargain. Sacrificing the bridge. Wow, okay, we're really short on mana again. So I can finally play my untap land. 9 cards left in deck. So I could stream, cycle, and that would get me down to 0, but I don't know if that's right. I feel like there's a win here, I just need to figure it out. So there's 11 minutes. So double stream would leave me with 1 card. I can cycle Shredded Sails, Flashback Looting. So this is 4 mana. So that brings me down to 4 floating, or yeah, 4 mana floating. And then Flashback Looting would leave me at 1. So that's actually kind of a bad line. I know that I have another Rite of Flame in here, so let's just Flashback a Looting. Okay, discard 2 lands. 7 cards left. Dark Ritual. Let's Flashback another Looting, so this brings me down to 5. Yikes. Am I going to fizzle here? Discard Duress. So I can stream a thought, empty my deck. But the problem is this is you don't get to stack your deck, it's a shuffle. I know that I have another Rite of Flame in there, I just need to find it. 5 cards. What was their hand again? Turn aside Blood Fountain Mirror Enforcer. So I'm not even dead if I pass here. Let's play the Synthesizer. Let's see what the top card is. Deadly Dispute. Okay. Sack the Synthesizer. So this will leave me with one card in deck. And there's the Rite of Flame. Alright, I think we've got it. 9 minutes on clock. Okay, so how do I do this? So if I stream myself right now, I have 2 cycles in order to hit the Manamorphose. Or should I just pass? Did I just mess up by playing the right? I guess I had to play the right. So let's stream myself. 8 minutes. Oh no, I can't do that. Stream myself. The last card was Frantic Inventory. Rite of Flame. Manamorphose. Wonder if I'm actually supposed to do double right. Is that crazy? Because I have the other stream in hand already. But like, I also need Frantic Inventory to be for 3. So I have Rite of Flame, Manamorphose. So there's one free here, so I should put in the Frantic Inventory maybe. Well, if I fizzle, do I want like a Chromatic Star? Because that can make mana instantly next turn. Let's do that. Because I don't have red to start next turn. Okay, so let's cycle the Shredded Sails. 3 mana floating. Okay, cycle again. 7 minutes on clock. Alright, we have to pass the turn. I've already played my land, so these are just going to exile. I have 1 card in deck. And it's the star. I'm dead. I fizzled. Oh no. I bored out Lotus Petal. I'm gonna get punished. I didn't even think of that. Oh, I can stream a thought. But I don't have mana. All my lands are gone. And they have lethal on board. Oh, I guess my last card was Rite of Flame? I thought I put back a star. Weird. Yeah, this says I don't have a... Did I only select 3 on accident? I mean, I'm dead here. They have lethal on board. I don't have a Dark Ritual. Not that Dark Ritual even matters here. Yeah, I think I messed up. Damn, this should have been a match win. This should have been a match win. I'm not good enough. That's what this came down to. Ah, all that work. Sorry, I know that this was a really long round just for me to punt it, but damn. If I didn't sideboard, clearly it would have been a win. That's a bummer. Okay, we're 0-1. Moxfield.com is the easiest way to build a Magic deck online. They support over 30 formats, including Legacy and many other Eternal formats. There are so many options to view decks the way that you want, from text view to individual cards, mana value, and even card price. There's also light mode and dark mode. My personal favorite feature is card tags. This way you can sort cards by function. Moxfield supports collection tracking, Scryfall search, decklist feedback, and so much more. Follow me on Moxfield.com so you can stay updated on all of my decks. Match number 2, we're on the draw. A little disappointed after that first round, but we get a chance at redemption here. Let's see if we can pull out a victory. Gate, so we're facing a blue deck. This deck is super cool, the Gate deck. Big fan. Alright, let's just play a bridge, pass the turn. We have a basic here, so we have an untapped land for the turn we want to go off. Another gate. Sacred Cat. Self-prevent, let's play a star, pass the turn. Another gate. Alright, we'll take 1, down to 19. Draw. Bridge, perfect. Star. And star. Pass the turn. They have 6 cards in hand. They play the Basilisk Gate, so now they can start doing some real damage here. Brainstorm. Alright. They choose not to activate their gate this turn. Draw. Rite of Flame. Let's try playing the Synthesizer. Resolves, triggers. Ooh, we need to cast that. So let's add a red here. Auto yield. Rite of Flame. Add a black, draw card. There we go. Okay. Deadly Dispute the Synthesizer. Counter target spell. Do we have a window here? I mean, it's pretty narrow, but they don't have counterspell open. Add a black, draw card. Dark Ritual. Cabal Ritual. Chromatic Star. Deadly Dispute. Sacrificing the star. We have blue-red open via the Sulfur Vent. We drew one of the 2 streams, that stinks. Okay, 3 artifacts. This Thoughtcast costs 2. I believe I'm going to have to play it for 2, unfortunately. I mean, I could Looting first. Discard Stream and Vent. Bummer. Let's flash it back, I guess. Probably just fizzled. Dark Ritual. Thoughtcast. Okay, sack the bridge. So this actually... No, that's the same number. I'm a dummy. Black. Red. Manamorphose. Blue-red. This is our first Frantic Inventory. Just pay 1,000,000 mana for this Thoughtcast. We fizzled, for sure. I'm just going to pass the turn. We got halfway through our deck, but our resources just didn't line up. And I'll be honest, drawing the Stream of Thought that early was not good. That said, it's a 2 of that we drew early that wasn't good versus having 8 things that weren't good via the Marauding Blight Priest or Weather the Storm, that sort of thing. They play another Brainstorm. Gate. They're getting in for 1. Yep. They must have another counter spell. Play the Frantic Inventory and just pass the turn. Another Lotus Petal. So you might be thinking, like, why don't you play Duress main deck? Which is a pretty fair question. I think if you want to play something like Duress, you can. The issue with it is that it's another card that fizzles your combo. So you need more things that can change card quality if you want to play something like Duress. Draw. Cycle the Manamorphose. Red, blue. This is a pretty good counterspell target for them. It's also our only action spell. Yep. So now we have to draw something off the top rope. Another gate, and we're dead. They just have lethal. They didn't need to play that gate to have lethal either. So one of the nice things about this Caw Gate deck is, as you just saw, they're able to close out games pretty quickly due to this Basilisk Gate. Alright, we want Duress. I mean, I suppose you could try to play like 2 Duress main, but it probably goes in the looting slot, and as you saw, we needed looting that game. It filtered 4 cards for us, so I don't know. It's just, sometimes you can't have it all. That's the truth. We can definitely board out one copy of Manamorphose. Maybe go down to one petal. Try this. So the reason to go down against petal is like our opponent is a control deck. You can't argue that. And speed usually isn't the biggest indicator. Leaving one means that you can use it in your piles, which is pretty nice. We'll keep this. So drawing cards like Faithless Looting or the Stream of Thought early are bad. That said, once it goes back to you can't mulligan hands that have cards that play the game, right? Like I mentioned how every card really matters. That's still very true. And would you rather have a card that filters, or would you rather mulligan? Either way you're going down a card, so you should just take the one that filters. And they name red this time. That's kind of surprising. Pass the turn. Okay. So they must have like a Pyroblast in hand or something. Chromatic Star. And I am just going to Reckoner's Bargain right now while they can't counterspell. Lovely Thoughtcast. Okay. We only have the one artifact, but that's fine. They're just passing. We'll take a draw. Deadly Dispute. I'm going to pass. And their upkeep, Deadly Dispute, sacrificing the Lotus Petal. No blue source. I mean, you named red. What to do here? I have 9 cards. I also feel like it's pretty obvious that they have a Pyroblast, so I don't want to play into it. I'd rather keep the land, so I'm going to sacrifice the treasure. And I was hoping to draw into a duress here, and I did not. Third, Rite of Flame and Frantic Inventory, so that leaves me with 8. Guess I'm going to sacrifice the land. I didn't want to, but here I am. Red, red. Flashback looting. I still didn't draw a land. Yikes. Or an artifact. I think we have to get rid of this Thoughtcast now. And Dark Ritual. Still 8 cards. Discard a Rite of Flame, I guess. A lot of mana in my hand. They drew a blue source. I need to draw an artifact so I can cast this Deadly Dispute. There we go. Dark Ritual. Deadly Dispute, sacking the artifact. Dark Ritual. What's Deadly Dispute again? Sacking the treasure. No duress so far has been a giant pain in the buns. Yeah, we're almost halfway through and haven't found a duress. That's Rite of Flame. Frantic Inventory. That is resolved. Nice. Why did you name red then? Blue. Okay. Play this Cabal Ritual. Duress you. They must have misclicked on red. Okay. Take a hard counter, I guess. Chromatic Star. Second for blue. That makes way more sense. Inventory for 3. I'm actually at a point where I could fizzle here because I don't have enough artifacts to sacrifice. I haven't been drawing them. And we fizzled. Take the Spell Pierce. And force the pass. That was just miserable. I guess we have the luxury that our opponent isn't attacking us, so I can just rebuild by playing lands. They play Brainstorm. We have 22 cards left. They found another gate. Pass the turn. So that now they have counter target spell up. So I need to try to resolve this Frantic Inventory. Alright, the Modern Age. Discard Steep Analysis. So I can play Frantic Inventory here. They can't counter it, as far as I know. Should be a draw 4. Assuming that this resolves, I'm back in the game. Yeah, you can't Spell Pierce that. 9 cards. I'm actually just going to discard my lands here. They come into play next turn tapped anyway. It's not like they have any value, and if I draw more lands, I don't want to get bottlenecked on them. We're down to 16 minutes. Land for turn. Let's just play a Synthesizer. Like, they're probably going to burn a Blue Blast on it anyway. I would consider that to be a win. Yep. Pass the turn. Alright, so they have a Vector Glider, 5 cards in hand. I no longer know anything that they have. Cat. Sure. Draw. Let's start off with a Duress. Counter target spell. Dark Ritual. Cabal Ritual. Synthesizer. We have another Hydro? Yep, okay. That's just fine. Play another Synthesizer. We have 14 cards in deck. Triggers. Sure, we'll cast this. Deadly Dispute, sacking the Synthesizer. Looting. Do I want to Duress them again? Probably not. I feel like that's a waste of mana. Land for turn means that Thoughtcast is only 1 mana. This brings me down to 6. I think I just have to accept that I'm not winning this turn. Play the Bargain. Brings me down to 4 cards. Duress you. They have Squadron Hawk, and that's it. Should I Looting? Sure. This brings me down to 1 card. Pass. I guess 2 cards. No, I'll draw and go to 1 card. Okay, that makes sense. All 4 Rite of Flames are in the graveyard. Oh, I died to their own Deep Analysis. What a good play. I didn't even consider that. Oh, I'm so bad at this game. Yeah. Ah, okay. I'm learning here. I'm sorry that I'm 0-2, but I feel like at this point, it's because I'm bad at Magic, not because the deck is bad. Whew. Okay. It's a learning process. I'm 0-2. I'm sure we'll win a match eventually. Yikes. Looking to make playing your favorite combo deck much easier? Look no further than the Epic Storm Mini Token Combo Pack, which is available at theepicstorm.com/shop for $14.99. This combo token pack comes with 84 double-sided tokens. That includes our classic Storm and Mana tokens, as well as fan favorites such as Goblins, Squirrels, and Slime Time Live. But that's not all. We've expanded this token pack to cover a variety of formats with new tokens. Stop on by theepicstorm.com/shop and make an easy decision to elevate your combo game. Alright, keep. Hit the F6 key, gotta save those seconds. Alright, so we're facing a red deck. No. I guess the bright side is we don't have to worry about interaction here, but we do have to worry about being fast. Alright, let's play Event and pass the turn. For example, I don't know if we'll get a turn 4. Flame Breather, okay. Play the vent, pass the turn. Land 3, I'm at 17. I could just be dead here. 13. Yeah, it's a lot of damage. Lightning Bolt, Fire Blast, attack. I'm at 8. Okay, so it's time to go. Sacrifice these vents. Play a Lotus Petal. Faithless Looting. Discard these. I need the Lotus Petal to sacrifice the Deadly Dispute, unfortunately. Damn. Okay, so I can Deadly Dispute, sack the Lotus Petal, which gives me a treasure. Then I can't play the other Deadly Dispute if we whiff. I think I sort of just have to accept that. Okay. So now I have Threshold. Sacrifice this for a black. Cabal Ritual. Get rid of the blue mana. Cabal Ritual. Cabal Ritual. Play the star. Deadly Dispute. Triggers. We'll draw 3. The Pauper Ancestral Recall, as some people like to call it. Manamorphose here was huge. Red. Inventory, not so huge, not quite yet. Triggers. Dark Ritual, might as well play it. I think we're supposed to flashback looting here. Discard the inventory in the land. Lotus Petal. I should play Thoughtcast first. Sack the treasure. Okay, 1. So it's a 2 mana draw 2. I'm going to Reckoner's Bargain here and just hope that we hit more artifacts for this Thoughtcast. Or I could hit another Thoughtcast, that would stink. Lotus Petal. Dark Ritual. Play Thoughtcast for 3. Divination, not so great here. Chromatic Star. Deadly Dispute, sack the star. So this makes a treasure anyway, so it's replacing the artifact. Running on fumes here. Cabal Ritual. Deadly Dispute, sack the Lotus Petal. Chromatic Star. Yeah, I'm like almost empty here. Sack the Chromatic Star. I have successfully fizzled. I mean, I was forced to go for it on turn 3. So, like, I can't be too angry, but we definitely just don't have it. Full Avid Art. They have 1 card. I sort of just have to hope that their hand is lands. Chromatic Star, that's odd. I'm at 7. Okay, so I'm at 2. Is your last card a spell? Oh, you have a Lava Dart in the graveyard. I am dead. Yep. Okay. That'll happen. So let's bring in Weather the Storms. Probably shave 1 Manamorphose. You're not allowed to cut anything that makes green mana. I think it's probably just the lootings. I guess maybe I'm not supposed to board out Manamorphose if it makes green. What to do? Let's shave 1 Thoughtcast. So I know that Thoughtcast looked kind of bad that game. I'm aware. It was unfortunate. You could play Reckless Impulse. Reckless Impulse has another issue in this deck, and that's that you lose the game if Rite of Flame gets exiled. Or you're allowed to exile up to one copy of Frantic Inventory, but you actually need all 5 copies of Rite of Flame. So maybe you can build this deck to be less artifact themed. That would certainly be a possibility. I'm just trying to air my thoughts here. It's like you, in theory, could cut the thought cast and play those the Reckless Impulse. I don't know if it's correct, but it's something you can do. We just had a weird game where we ended up with like no artifacts mid combo, and it really cost me because I ended up being choked on mana. So maybe Reckless Impulse could be right. I'm open to that being the case. All right, draw. Let's try to find land 3 here. Sacrifice this Chrome Star. There's land 3. Pass the turn. It's worth noting that I think in general, Thoughtcast ends up being a better setup card than Reckless Impulse. In mid combo, there's times when it's a 1 mana draw too, which is actually better, but maybe Reckless Impulse could be better. I'm certainly willing to test it. I'm not against that. I'm not someone who gets married to card choices, but in general, I've liked Thoughtcast, but maybe it's just time we move on from it. And I'm not trying to dwell on the Thoughtcast stuff. I'm sort of just sharing my thoughts. All right, draw. Dark Ritual. Star. And let's draw 3. See what we can do here. We drew a Weather. Synthesizer. Triggers. Let's Rite of Flame and play another one. Star. Let's make a green. Lotus Petal. Weather. And let's Weather again. Just like buy ourselves a ton of time here. Okay. So now we don't have to feel as pressured. We can sit back, sort of take our time. You've got it. Bushwhacker, sure thing. Draw. Inventory. It's only for 1, but sort of free to cycle here. Pass. I get Gav Blasted for 4. They played a Chromatic Star. Lightning Bolt me. Sure thing. Ouch. 45. Draw. Okay, we need to draw into some action here. Let's sacrifice a Synthesizer. And of course, I tapped the blue source, so I can't play the Thoughtcast now, like a real dummy. Oh, jeez. Pass. That hurt. Maybe I was supposed... No, sorry, I didn't have the Sulfur Vent in play. Fire Blast, targeting me, sure. They play another Greed Furnace. Chain Lightning me. No. And a Lightning Bolt, also at me. They're out of cards. We will block a Goblin Bushwhacker. 37 cards. Synthesizer, play it. Triggers. Manamorphose. I'm willing to waste a Dark Ritual here. Let's use this. Make red red. Rite of Flame. And let's use a Synthesizer. Thoughtcast, okay. I can actually cast this one. 1 blue mana. Do I want to use the other Synthesizer? So the problem is if I reveal something I can't use. I mean, I could waste a Cabal Ritual here. It's kind of free. We don't need it for Storm. Okay. Reckoner's Bargain. Let's play the Chromatic Star. Cast the bargain. Play bridge. I am the beatdown. Yeah, that's right, you block, coward. Alright, pass the turn. I'm just joking. Our opponent's probably a fine person. Just being a little jovial. They use their own synthesizer. Kuldotha Rebirth. They can't currently play it. They pass. Draw. Stream of thought. We just have to pass the turn. I can't do anything here. And they pass back. Draw. Deadly Dispute. I'm going to just pass. They play a land. And they're passing back. Draw. Vent. Pass. So they're drawing up to 3 cards. I feel pretty safe from 25 life. Plus our opponent hasn't been doing anything. Samurai token's really holding down the fort. Reckoner's Bargain. Okay, let's cast a Cabal Ritual. I'm gonna sack a bridge here. I guess maybe I should play Deadly Dispute instead. It's just better. Like, let's get the treasure. Thoughtcast. Play the land we don't care about. Reckoner's Bargain. Sack that land. Okay, I think we probably have enough to start going for it again. Dark Ritual. Cabal Ritual. Set a red. Deadly Dispute. Sack the bridge. Tap for a blue. Frantic Inventory. Lotus Petal. Lotus Petal. Sacrifice for a blue. Inventory. This is for 3. Okay, we have 10 cards left. Let's bargain. Sack the land. I believe we have it from here. Okay, so Rite of Flame. Cabal Ritual. Excuse me. 16 minutes on clock. Stream. Interesting. So they boarded in Pyroblast and sat on the Frantic Inventories and Thoughtcast this entire time. I'm a little surprised by that. Did they know that I was a Stream of Thought? Like, they didn't see it in game 1. Or at least I don't think they did. Cancel. I think I actually have enough here to double stream and then win. Or it costs triple blue, my bad. Target me. Alright, now the original. So Stream of Thought, Rite of Flame, Lotus Petal, and the Frantic Inventory. Okay. Oh, hold on. If I cast this now, it's for 3, right? I just want to make sure I'm not punting. Frantic Inventory. And the Rite of Flame's the bottom one. That's actually fine here. Blue, blue. Rite of Flame. Stream U. Right, 14 minutes. Rite of Flame, Manamorphose. Stream of Thought. Frantic Inventory. Frantic Inventory. Rite of Flame. Manamorphose. Blue, blue. Stream of Thought. Alright, we've assembled it. Now I just need to click through. We're doing it. I love it. This is so great. I should probably bring in Duress for game 3, though. Blue, blue. Rite of Flame. Stream U. Okay, Frantic Inventory. Oh no, I don't have another blue here. Is this not a deterministic loop? Hmm. This... Okay, did I mess up somewhere is another question. I guess I'm just passing the turn and I'll try again next turn. So my top card is Manamorphose. It's deterministic as long as you don't draw the outcome that I just created. Stream of Thought. Did you Pyroblast? We're dead. Oh my. I feel like I was supposed to win that one. Oh no. Is this deck actually not deterministic? It's deterministic as long as you draw, because Stream of Thought is random. It's a shuffle into your deck. So you need to draw Manamorphose, Rite of Flame in every iteration, and then not Stream of Thought Frantic Inventory. Okay, I've recorded 3 matches of this. I don't think this is actually deterministic. Maybe I'm wrong, but also this league's gone on a little bit long and I have something else to do today, so I think I'm going to call it here. Let's go look at the deck list. So we're 0-3. I mean, I feel like there's something here. I really do. So we just have to figure out what to do and if this is actually deterministic. Like, it might be that you need Frantic Inventory to be a draw 4 and not a draw 3. And if that's the case, you need another way of making blue-blue that's cyclable. And by that, I mean something you can put back into your deck. So just like a card that you can play off red mana that makes blue-blue. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know if this is actually deterministic or not. I'll need someone smarter than me to figure this out. Regardless, the deck is pretty sweet, and I'm glad that Stream of Thought... I'm glad that this doesn't use creatures, I guess is what I'm trying to say, because I think creatures were the biggest weakness previously. Alright, thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. Have a great day and keep storming. Hey, Bryant Cook here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, but also follow the social media channels down below. If you want to support this content directly, I would recommend going to theepicstorm.com/shop. And if you need a little bit of assistance with the Epic Storm to get to that next level, I would recommend going to theepicstorm.com/tutoring. Don't worry, there's more great content coming right up.